What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk a little bit about Disney. Why, you might ask? Well, because I have a love-hate relationship with Disney, and that's only been expanded more over the last 3 or 4 years. Maybe 5 years. On the one hand, like a lot of people, I grew up with Disney. Disney was a big part of my childhood. Tarzan was the very first movie that I ever saw in theaters. Not just one of the first Disney movies I've ever seen, but one of the first movies I've seen in theaters, period. I, of course, grew up with the Toy Story movies, all of them. Well, the first one and the second one, and then the third one and fourth one came out when I was a little older. But basically, I've loved all the Toy Story movies. Hercules I watched when I was a kid a lot. I watched so many Disney movies growing up, and even in elementary school, I was known as the Disney kid, the one that would always pick out Disney books at the library, the one that would always talk about Disney movies whenever I would watch them. Disney, Pixar, it was a big part of my childhood. And even as I got older, I still kept up with Disney content, movies like Pirates of the Caribbean and so on and so forth. So Disney has always been a part of my life, and of course when Disney purchased Lucasfilm and they announced they were going to be making more Star Wars stuff and Indiana Jones, of course I got really excited. Say what you want about how the movies ended up. I'm a fan of the sequel trilogy and I liked Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I was still really excited when Disney purchased Lucasfilm. But I also have a hate relationship with Disney because they've been making a lot of decisions that I just don't like or can't really fathom what their thought process is. I was on board with the Disney live-action remakes, and now I don't even bother with them because the Lion King remake really was a punch in the gut. I really did not like that remake. I didn't like the Aladdin remake. Beauty and the Beast I liked when I first saw it, but over time I kind of got disinterested in rewatching that. And this one is just a personal preference. I'm probably the only one that thinks this, but I don't care what anyone else thinks about Star Wars anymore. But I don't like that everything Star Wars related, content-wise, that they've been doing after The Rise of Skywalker has just been a Disney Plus show. I'm not big into TV shows. I'll watch TV shows, but I'm not they're not something that I need to watch. Right now, every time there's a new show I need to watch, I'm not like that. So I'm not really a big fan of the fact that everything Star Wars related that they have done after Rise of Skywalker has just been a TV show. I miss going to the theaters to see a new Star Wars movie. In fact, hearing that the Obi-Wan series, the first season, was supposed to be a 3-part movie series. It was supposed to be a trilogy. I said to myself, that would have been a lot better than what we got. I enjoyed the first season of Obi-Wan, but it would have worked better as a movie trilogy, and I'm not really that interested in a season 2. And for me personally, one of the biggest decisions that I just am not a fan of was that in 2020, Disney decided to not put out Blu-rays and 4Ks for the catalog titles that they own now. They were still doing their new release stuff that was solely just Disney or 20th Century Studios, but they have so much catalog titles that they can either license out or do remasters of 4K or Blu-ray that they could do themselves, but they just decided not to do that. They made that decision in 2020, and a lot of people, pretty much everyone in the physical media community, including myself, were like, why? Disney owns so much content now that they've bought 20th Century Fox. This is why you turn your phone off when you're making a video. But my point is, Disney owns a lot of content now that they bought 20th Century Fox, and Disney used to be a really big deal in the physical media community. All their DVDs and then eventually Blu-rays were great releases when they came out. They had so much special features behind them. They had unique packaging. They had really great Blu-ray transfers. But then when 4K became a thing, they just kind of said, we don't want to deal with physical discs. We'll just put all our 4K content on streaming platforms. Well, they don't really look all that good on Disney Plus or Hulu or wherever they license out their movies for streaming. At least in my opinion, they don't. And from what I've heard, a lot of people seem to think that. I mean, even their Disney Plus exclusive content, I think, could look really cool if they put them out on Blu-ray or 4K. I mean, I was really surprised when The Beatles Get Back came out on Blu-ray. I mean, I know Disney doesn't own The Beatles, so this was just, the Disney Plus was just a platform for them to show this on, but still, it was a Disney Plus miniseries, and I was so surprised that we got a DVD and Blu-ray of this. So I understand where they're coming from. They're like, well, we got Disney Plus. We don't need to put it on there. But then you have collectors like myself and a lot of people out there. We're not so small of a community like some people think, that want to see physical copies of this, because it's not just watching the content. You know, going back to The Beatles Get Back, it's not just watching the miniseries that we like. I mean, look at this packaging. Look at the inside artwork for this. Like, that's really cool. And there's like artwork where the discs are held. There's like there's like a booklet and stuff like that. Like, this is what collectors like to see. And you know, it's not just watching the content. It's the little stuff that's on, it's little stuff like that really makes collectors like get excited to get this stuff. That's why we collect it. I mean, Disney did make one attempt to bring a classic movie that they have to 4K, and that was Pirates of the Caribbean, and that was a disaster. It looked absolutely terrible, and it sounded mediocre at best. But I think lately Disney has been listening to the fans and listening to the collector side of their fan base, because lately we've gotten movies like Cinderella on 4K, and I haven't watched it yet. It's still in the plastic. But from what I heard, this looks and sounds really great on 4K. And I haven't watched this one also because this one just came out today as I'm filming it. But just today, August 22nd, we just got The Nightmare Before Christmas on 4K. So Disney is slowly listening. They are putting some stuff out on 4K that we didn't think we'd get on 4K. And I'm actually really excited to say that they're listening even more. We're getting Prey, the new Predator movie, which I didn't get a chance to see when it came out because my Hulu was acting up and I couldn't sign on for some reason, so I ended up just putting it off. But we're getting that on 4K Blu-ray. We're getting a standalone version, which I'll probably just get the standalone version because I like that artwork, but we're also getting a steelbook version of that, which was really cool. And just yesterday, as of filming this, they announced 3 Disney Plus shows that are coming to 4K Steelbook. And those shows are WandaVision, they're calling it the complete series, so it's no longer just season 1, Loki, the first season, and The Mandalorian, seasons 1 and 2. I was not expecting that when I woke up yesterday morning. That's literally the first thing I saw on my Facebook and Instagram when I woke up. I was like, really? Disney's putting this stuff out there? And according to the page that I saw it on, Loki season 1 is going to come out next month, September 26th. WandaVision is going to come out November 28th, and then Mandalorian season 1 and 2 are both going to come out December 12th. So I was really excited to see that when I woke up yesterday morning. I was like, is this a fake page? And this page is very legitimate. Everything that they've announced has been right, so I got really, really excited when I saw that. And also, I'm just happy to see that Disney is now putting their stuff that would have just been on Disney Plus or probably wouldn't have gotten any releases at all on physical content, because, you know, physical media, there is a charm to it, and there is an audience for it. There is a collector base for it. And I've seen a lot of people on YouTube just get completely mad at Disney because they want to see this stuff on physical content, and Disney's just like, no, you gotta watch it in not so great quality on Disney Plus. And it's like, well, that's not entirely fair. I mean, but that's just my opinion. I know that physical media isn't as widely collected by people as much as it used to anymore, but that doesn't mean that there's still people out there that like to collect this stuff. I mean, look at all the stuff behind me. Go watch my Blu-ray video, go watch my DVD video, which I need to do an update video on that very soon. There are people out there that do like to collect this stuff and do like to see this stuff on physical content. And I'm really glad that Disney has finally said, you know what? Those people are right. They should have the option to collect this stuff and give us really good artwork, because another thing I want to mention is that I love all the steelbook options that we have for all this stuff. It's very nice looking steelbooks. I mean, I did see news a little while back that Disney was going to start looking into doing some more physical media stuff for their content, because something about their retail sales have been really terrible. And it's like, well, yeah, when you don't put out as much stuff like that in stores or on Amazon or anything else like that, your own website, of course you're not going to make those sales. I mean, I could have told them that. But maybe there's more to it that we haven't been told. Maybe there's more to it that I don't know about. I'm just really happy to see that Disney is finally putting out 4K Blu-rays for some of their Disney Plus content, and even their not Disney Plus content, like Cinderella and Nightmare Before Christmas I just showed you. I'm really glad that we're seeing more of that on shelves. Hopefully we get more in the future. I'm still hoping for Obi-Wan, the first season, to come out on 4K Blu-ray, and I'm really hoping for Clone Wars Season 7. I have the entire Clone Wars show on Blu-ray, so having a physical copy of Season 7 would be really cool also. And also all the MCU stuff. I would like to see more of that come out to physical media too. So yeah, this is really exciting for collectors. I've seen a lot of collectors on YouTube just go nuts over this stuff. It kind of sucks for Australia because Disney announced that they're not going to do physical media stuff for Australia anymore. So their stuff is going to have to be imported from the US and other countries, which sucks for them. So it's still kind of a love-hate thing in that regard, because I mean, I don't live in Australia, so it doesn't affect me, but I do understand why people in Australia who do collect this stuff are kind of mad, and you know, I understand it. Maybe Disney will change their minds about that, like they changed their mind about putting this stuff on physical media. We'll see what the future holds for it. So yeah, to wrap this all up, I'm really happy that Disney is starting to put out physical media again for their content. They have a lot of stuff that they could do with it, not just regular Disney stuff or Pixar, but 20th Century Fox now. They own a lot of content with that. And if they don't want to do it themselves, then maybe license it out to boutique labels. Last year we had WALL-E on the Criterion Collection, and that looked phenomenal, and everyone bought that. And apparently that worked because now they're doing Prey and these Disney Plus shows. So hopefully we get more. Like I said, I'm hoping for the main ones. I'm hoping for is Obi-Wan and Clone Wars Season 7, but there's still a lot out there, MCU stuff, more Star Wars stuff that they could put on physical media stuff. So if you're a physical media collector out there, I know Disney is hit and miss with a lot of people. Some people really hate Disney right now, and you know, understandable. But with this news, it's like they're trying a little bit, at least to me, it seems like they're trying a little bit to, you know, say, you know, we still care about making this stuff and we still care on listening to the fans. So I'm going to buy this stuff when it comes out. I'm really excited to see WandaVision on 4K Blu-ray. Same thing with Loki. I actually haven't finished Loki yet, so this would be a good way for me to finish Loki. And for Mandalorian, you know, I'm a Star Wars guy, so any Star Wars physical stuff I would love to add to my collection. What do you guys think of all this news? I'm really excited. I know a lot of people are, but I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. I know there's some people that are like, it's on Disney Plus. Why do you want physical stuff? Well, we're collectors. It's what we want. So whatever your guys' thoughts on all this is, let me know in the comment section below. And just like always, guys, thank you again so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I know I've been slacking on videos again. Just some stuff going on, but I do have more videos that I do plan on making really soon, so look forward to that. Again, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and share it. Subscribe right here if you haven't already, and until next time, guys, take care.